Our main character, Zhang Kai, he is now in the middle of a beginner's trial on this planet called Devil's Star. Devil's Star is a huge planet that appeared right outside of Earth, out of nowhere 50 years ago. But the appearance of Devil's Star didn't cause any form of gravitational disaster that would cause Earth to stray from its orbit, and yet ever since the appearance of Devil's Star, the animals and plants on Earth suddenly mutated into monsters called beast deities, and are wreaking havoc around the world. The beast deities are something that current human technology is not capable of handling. Their appearance has pushed the human population to the brink of extinction. But during this despairing period, the surviving humans found out that a lot of mysterious teleportation portals have appeared on Earth. And when humans go into the portal, they will be sent towards Devil's Star digitally once they walk through the portals. And the moment they arrived on Devil's Star, they realized that Devil's Star seems to be hyper-realistic virtual world. Humans can change into various occupation in Devil's Star. Each of them have stats, equipment, skills, and they can level up as if they're game characters, obtaining strong attributes. And they even found out that once you've reached a certain level on Devil's Star, you will be able to bring the supernatural powers obtained in there back to Earth, and use it. As a result, humans would be as strong as the beast deities in the real world, and they would be able to fight against the beast deities as well. Ultimately, if humanity wants to break out of this predicament and survive, they will have to gain strength from Devil's Star, and the ones that have decided to head to the planet are known as Pathstriders. Most of the newbies who always go to Devil's Star are always killed by monsters in there. And this time around they're being hunted by a human-faced beast, which was too terrifying. The Pathstriders were being hunted one after the other by the human-faced beast. There was no place to escape or run to, and what was ahead of them was nothing but a cliff. They all hide behind a rock hoping to escape the beast detection. But no matter how they prayed and hoped for the monster not to catch them, it was all futile. The human-faced beast would torment the shit out of its prey before eating them. The trauma before death was always intense. And our main character Zhang Kai was among those hiding behind the rock, and he was severely injured. He never expected Devil's Star beginner's trial to be so difficult. Before getting on Devil's Star, they were told that they just need to survive in there for 5 minutes after using the job change material to complete the job change. But for a normal reason, it's almost impossible to survive for even a minute in there. And now that everyone has been killed one by the human-faced beast, things aren't looking good for him since he's now the sole survivor, but there's nowhere else to run to, and the beast was already behind him. At that moment, he wondered if he have used all the money that his family saved up. His family all put in so much effort to send him to Devil's Star. His younger sister went through all sorts of trouble at such a young age, just so that she could save up the money for him to come to Devil's Star. His big brother is still working hard, even though he's been diagnosed with kidney failure, and if they can't gather enough money for the surgery fee within 2 months, his brother will die. And yet, right now, he haven't even managed to finish his job change, and he's going to die there after letting the money that his family has saved go to waste as well. He was really sad and disappointed in himself, and when the human-faced beast threw his rod to hunt him down, he immediately stood up to run away. Rather than sitting down there and just dying, he decided to risk his life for his family for once, and hold to his only chance to survive, which was by jumping off the cliff. On a normal setting, this fall would have eventually lead to his death, but with MC plot armor, he heard a beep, and what appeared in front of him was a system message. He was congratulated, and he was notified that his actions aligned with those who gamble, and as a result, he have triggered a 1 in a million chance of unlocking a secret profession. He got another message that he have completed his job change, and they hope that he will be able to bring glory to his secret profession. The profession he got was gambler. Some minutes later when he woke up, he had no idea what was going on, nor the reason why he wasn't hurt after jumping off the cliff. His injuries from before have recovered as well. Suddenly, the system got activated and a portal opened. A beautiful and sexy lowly lady came out of it. She told him that the reason why he is fully healed was because he managed to complete the job change at that time, which refreshed his attributes. It is basically the same as respawning at full health. Kai asked her if she's an AI that exists in Devil's Star. She replied yes. She then congratulated him on his job change. And right now, she decided to explain to him the talents he possesses as a gambler. His first talent, Multiplier. This talent triggers the 2x multiplier for all the system rewards and penalties. And there's a 1% chance that he will trigger the super multiplier effect, and when the super multiplier effect is triggered, he will receive 10 times the reward or penalty. She then told him that he triggered the multiplier talent when he received the multiplier talent, hence he will receive an extra talent, so he will be obtaining the gambler's second talent. Kai was excited, and he couldn't believe his ears, because what she meant was that he can have 2 talents after his job change, while others will only get 1, and it's the effect of his second talent and its current attributes. His second talent is super critical. His critical hit damage has been increased to 20,000%, and his initial critical hit chance is set to 0.1%. Summarizing everything, his current profession is gambler, and he is currently at level 1. His attribute strength is 4, physique is 8, agility is 12, wisdom is 12, defense is at 0, and his current experience point is 0 of 100. He have 2 talents, multiplier and super critical. Kai was surprised that he have a total of 36 base attributes point. Others normally get around 20 base attributes points after their job change. So he asked the AI why his is different. She replied that it's because the attributes points he was rewarded with after his job change have been multiplied as well. He had no idea that his attributes can be multiplied. If that's the case, it means that whenever he level up in Devil's Star, he will get 20 points instead of 10. That would mean when he level up once, it will be equivalent to others leveling up twice. Not just that, he also have his second talent super critical. Others only have a 200 critical hit damage, while he have 20,000%. He was really excited and overjoyed because, even though he only have a 0.1% critical hit chance, as long as he increase his critical hit chance, his damage would be extremely terrifying in the future. After all the information and all is settled, he walked forward to pick up the weapon that was used by the human-faced beast a while ago. He said to himself that he only wanted to complete his job change as soon as possible, so that he could come to Devil's Star to earn some money for his brother's surgery, since no matter how weak one's profession is in Devil's Star, they can still earn more than they can earn on Earth. But he never expected to trigger a hidden requirement and obtain a strong secret profession like gambler. This speed up his ability to be able to earn enough money for his brother's surgery real soon. Then he will be able to live a better life in the future. He got a message that he have completed his job change, and he was instructed to complete his new mission, which was to arrive at Divine Glory City safely. He then said to himself that completing his job change is just the first step in his beginner's trial, and now what he need to do is complete the main goal of his beginner's trial, which is to reach the destination of the beginner's area, the Divine Glory City, in 7 days. But it's extremely difficult to get there safely, since the beginner's area is filled with monsters, and the mission will fail the moment the Pathstrider get killed. If that was to happen, you will be teleported back to Earth. Their physical body back on Earth will not suffer any damage if they were to die on Devil's Star, and they can log in again anytime they want. But only the rich would think that it isn't that big of a sacrifice, since relogging into Devil's Star would cost a fortune, so the rich would always have endless tries to make up for their mistake. But for a poor person like Kai, he must clear this on his first try. There is no second chance for him. Suddenly, he heard a loud cry from within the forest, and he immediately went on defense. The cry sounds so familiar to him. Within the forest, a guy was being attacked by snake. He cried out loud for help like a baby that's about to wet their pant. He begged the snake not to come near him while swinging his hand around, since he hates snakes the most. The guy is Yuan Zhu, and he's Kai's childhood friend. Kai stealthily arrived at the scene, and he noticed that his friend was being surrounded by land snakes. The snakes are very poisonous. Even the human-faced beast will die from just one bite. And yet, there is 3 of them. Kai then shouted out to his friend not to worry since he's coming to save him. Yuan was surprised to see Kai, and while crying, he told Kai to forget about him and run away since the snakes have really high attributes. They're extremely poisonous, and beginners like them won't stand a chance against the snakes. But Kai didn't listen to him. He then used the rod that was used earlier by the human-faced beast to one-shot the snake that was about to bite Yuan. Yuan was shocked and surprised. He couldn't believe that Kai was able to kill the land snake. Kai's momentum didn't stop, and while he was charging forward to take care of the remaining snakes, he said to himself that as expected, he can use Yuan to distract the snakes, then he will just attack them from behind. But they have their eyes on him now, and as the snakes were about to attack him, Yuan screamed out in fear since the snakes have high agility, and he thought Kai won't be able to react on time to evade the snake's attack. But Kai wasn't bothered a single bit, and he was able to avoid the snake's attack skillfully mid-air. His action surprised the shit out of Yuan. Kai's stats were multiplied after the job change. His agility stats at level 1 are basically the same as a level 2. As a result, his agility is higher than that of the snake. That's why the snakes can't really catch up to him. He then picked up his rod, and he told Yuan to keep attracting the snake's attention. Yuan agreed, and within the blink of an eye, Kai was able to take down all the snakes. Kai was surprised that he was able to deal enough damage to kill a level 1 monsters instantly with his profession, which is supposed to be a low strength, high agility profession. He then said to himself that the iron spike he got from the human-faced beast might be a really good piece of equipment to increase his strength in the beginner's area. In Devil's Star, strength is basically attack power. Yuan immediately hugged Kai tightly while telling him that he have never heard of beginners killing monsters. Instead, it was always the monsters doing the killing. Kai freed himself from his grab. He told Yuan that he got lucky since he completed his job change and managed to obtain the gambler profession. He then told Yuan to keep it a secret. Yuan had no idea what a gambler profession was. He then told Kai that although he don't know what it is, but his profession ain't that bad either. Yuan's profession is a martial artist, and he is currently at level 1, with an attribute strength of 8, physique 8, agility 5, wisdom 5, defense is at 0, and his experience point is at 0 of 100. Kai was surprised at his martial artist profession. That explained why he was able to hold his ground for so long while being attacked by 3 snakes. The martial artist profession is ranked 5th in the Divine Glory Kingdom. There are so many professions in Devil Star, and no one can say how many there are. But the first thing that every single Pathstriders has to go through after entering Devil Star is a job change. As for what kind of profession you get, it will depends on the job change material you purchased before logging into Devil Star. Usually the wealthy will spend tens of millions to buy strong job change material. That way, they will be able to get strong profession when they arrive at Devil Star, and the top ranking among the professions is martial artist, paladin, and executioner. There are many more high-ranking profession. The poor can only buy the cheap job change materials, and the professions they will get from them are extremely weak. All weak professions including drinker and beggar, the professions are randomly assigned to them as well. And since martial artist is a high profession that cost 50 million for material, Kai asked Yuan how he was able to get such money, or did he get a loan or something, but Yuan laughed. He told him that he didn't take a loan. Rather, it's a long story, and he will tell him about it later. Kai didn't question further. He then told Yuan that they should grab the snake remains before they leave since he heard they can sell them for money. Kai then said to himself that in Devil's Star, you can trade the loot you get for money, and he's planning to repay his family with the money he earned from Devil's Star. As for the items from Devil's Star, such as remains and equipment, they will turn into cards after dropping, so that they can be traded or sold. The system then informed him that he have acquired an item, which is the land snake remains, and it can be dismantled. He then said to himself that based on the battle just now, it seems like Gambler is much stronger than a martial artist. At the same time, Yuan saw someone approaching them. They immediately went on defense mode, and Kai asked the person to identify themselves. The girl was kinda timid and shy. She told them in a soft tone that her name is Sunwanuan, and since it would be difficult for her to clear the trials alone, she suggested that they should team up together. But Kai apologized, and he told her that they can't even survive on their own, and it would be a lot difficult if they bring her along. The girl approached Kai, and she begged him not to leave her alone. She told them that her profession is a healer and she would be able to heal their injuries. Also, if they were to run into venomous snakes like the land snakes again, she can extract the venom to power up their weapons. She then begged them not to leave her alone. Yuan was super impressed that she can heal and buff at the same time. On the other end, Kai controlled his emotions, and he discerned the cons and pros. He said to himself that healer is one of the top 10 high-level professions, and it seems like they would rely a lot on healing in the beginner's trial because he would have died already if he didn't manage to heal back to full health from the job change when he fell from the cliff. Kai agreed to work with her. They both introduced themselves, and they decided to party and head for the Divine Glory City. Yuan was flabbergasted since he thought Kai changed his mind because he likes her. But Kai paid no mind to him. At the same time in Earth, Divine Glory Kingdom, Zhangzong City, Devil's Star Portal Base number 18, the Data Research Lab. The researcher told his boss that the wristwatches nowadays are fascinating, since they are able to pinpoint Pathstriders' locations accurately on Devil's Star. The boss replied, "Of course. She have heard that the wristwatches on the market can be used to detect all kinds of data on Devil's Star, and the better the wristwatch, the more functions it would have." She then asked the researcher, whose name is Professor Lee, about how the newbies are doing on Devil's Star. She also asked if her sister is doing alright since she's also part of the newbies. The boss is named Su Lanlin. She's the inspector for the beginner's trials. Professor Lee replied that based on the GPS location from the beginner's wristwatches, most of the newbies have been eliminated, and her sister Manhua seemed to have partied up with 2 other people. Lanlin was surprised, and she wondered if her sister is that cowardly that she had to party with others, and she specifically reminded her not to party with others as a beginner. That's because the more people that gather in one area in the beginner's trials, the higher the possibility for them to attract monsters. 3 minutes later, her deduction was correct. 2 human-faced beasts were indeed detected next to her sister. The inspector couldn't hide her fear, since the human-faced beast can slaughter newcomers, and encountering 2 of the beasts is no different from death. Although death on Devil's Star is just the equivalent to the death of in-game characters, it will not only cause physical harm to the body on Earth, but the extremely real death experience on the Devil's Star will cause a major psychological blow to people, and most of the candidates who died in Death Star all ended up having some kind of psychological problem. The inspector immediately prepared for the worst, which was to go pick up her sister if she was to die and prepare her for psychological counseling. But before she could reach the exit, Professor Lee told her to wait, since her sister doesn't seem to be dead, and the 2 human-faced beasts seemed to have been killed. She couldn't believe her ears, so she rushed forward to the monitor to see it herself. Let go back 3 minutes ago, the 2 human-faced beasts came rushing to attack the 3 of them, but they all ran for their lives since they were no match for it. Kai, who was running ahead of them, realized that Yuan and the girl aren't as agile as him, and they're bound to get caught up in no time. So he stopped running. He told them both to go first. Yuan couldn't bear to leave him alone, but Kai told him to go since he can keep up with the beasts. He stood confidently with high resolve, with the rod on his hand to confront the beasts, because at the rate they're being chased, all 3 of them might end up becoming the food of the human-faced beast. So he can only stay and see if he can kill the beast. So he jumped forward and he stabbed one of the human-faced beast with his rod. But while he was happy at his momentary success, he was knocked away by the beast directly to the wall. He never expected that the human-faced beast to have a lot of health, which was why he was unable to kill them with 1 hit. And as the beast was about to kill Kai, he was quite disappointed that his journey would be coming to an end since he's gonna get killed in a novice trial. The girl suggested that they should go save Kai since he's in danger. The fear was written all over their face. Yuan was shaking all over, and at the same time, back on Earth, River Middle City residential area, Yuan's mom brought a drink to give it to the benefactor who gave Yuan the materials to change his job. She told him that she don't know why he's so optimistic about her son, although he looks tall and strong, but his mind is very timid, and if he encounters a monster on Devil's Star, he will definitely not even dare to fight. The man grabbed his drink. he told the mother that her child is more fearful than ordinary people when facing danger, but he found that no matter how scared he was sometimes, as long as he saw someone in need of help, he will never leave timidly. And now the man was right. Yuan summoned all his courage, and he charged and knocked back the human-faced beasts that was about to kill Kai. Even the beasts were surprised, and they were like, what the fuck was that? He stood confidently in front of Kai, and he said to him, "You protect me as an outsider just because I am cowardly. We are brothers, and brothers just have to walk together, and to die together." He then charged forward again, and punched the human-faced monster directly to the wall, and the force from the impact shattered the wall. Although the damage Yuan caused was very low, Kai was wondering if Yuan could defeat a human-faced beast with one blow. But what surprises him the most was how incredible the martial artist profession is. Suddenly he was been healed, and it was done by Nuan. Kai asked her why she's back here instead of running away since she don't have a combat profession. She replied that she's not leaving him here to die, since the doctor always tend to the wounded, and no matter how scared she can't leave. She then said to herself that in the past during the beast tide, her father died fighting hard due to the loss of medical support, and now that her team members also need support, there is no way she can leave them and run away. Just like that, Kai injuries got healed. Kai then stood up with his rod. He was impressed at how she's not afraid of death. But the problem now is that, even if there are 3 of them together, the damage is not enough to kill the human-faced beast. He then thought about what the girl told him earlier before they partied. She told him that if they encounter such poisonous snake, she can extract their venom to increase the attack power of their weapon. Kai immediately asked her if she can still extract the snake venom as she said earlier. She replied yes. He then brought out the snake from his inventory, and he asked her if she could heal Yuan and add snake venom to the weapon at the same time. Although it's her first time doing it, but she decided to try her best. She began the process of venom extracting. Kai held the weapon firmly. He said to himself that the venom is the only way left, and if he guessed correctly, they may win with this method. He believed they can win because Yuan would help them tank the damage that he himself can't. And even though his attack is not enough to kill the human-faced beast, Yuan is a healer who can increase his attack. This clearly made the 3 of them the standard shield output combat combination in the game. Yuan immediately told him that the poison upgrade is complete. Kai then carried his rod and charged out for battle. He shouted out to Yuan to control the human-faced beast for him. Kai believed that, even if newcomer is weak, as long as the 3 of them work together as a team and perform their duties, they can take down a human-faced beast. He then stabbed the beast directly on his head with his poison rod. He then got a message that he have killed 1 level 2 human-faced beast, and he have gained an experience value of 5. Yuan and Nuan were surprised that their method worked, and now they have to deal with the last human-faced beast. Kai was happy at how useful teamwork is, and now, even if there's another one, they can also beat it perfectly. Just like that they were able to defeat the human-faced beast. At the same time, the inspector received the transmitted data. She couldn't believe that her sister and her party really killed 2 human-faced beasts, since it's a known fact that a human-faced beast can slaughter a group of newcomers, so she had no idea how the 3 of them were able to do it. Professor Lee replied, indeed. According to the watch data, Nuan currently has no killing ability. The explorers in her team are also weak in first-level damage, and from his point of view, the killer can only be someone named Zhang Kai in the team. But the strange thing is that his occupation cannot be found on the system. The inspector had no idea how it's possible that there exists such a profession that's able to kill 2 human-faced beasts. She was then wondering what kind of character Kai is. After defeating the beast, Kai collected the 2 human-faced beast corpse. They were relieved that they succeeded. Yuan laughed, since he never expected Kai to be so smart to come up with a strategy to defeat the beasts. Nuan stood up and said now that they have the strength to fight against the human-faced beast, they should be able to safely reach the trial. Even Yuan agreed since they can go directly to the end point to end the trial. But Kai told them that they should not rush to end the trial yet, since there is still plenty of time to reach the final destination. He added, It's a known fact that points would be calculated after passing the trial, and if you can rank in the top 3 in the standings, the military will reward them with equipment, and it is said that equipment awarded by the military is very good and will be great help to newcomers in their development on Devil's Star, and now that they have the ability to kill monsters. Since killing monsters can be redeemed for points, if they have more points, they can hope to be in the top 3. So he suggested that they should go farm monsters first to earn points, and then get the military rewards. Yuan and Nuan were surprised by the suggestion. A few hours later, Yuan was asking Kai if they can really earn points with the method he suggested, which was for Yuan to lure the land snakes by drawing their attention. Yuan was scared. He wondered if he would be the first to die since he have lured so many land snakes, but Kai told him to be brave since he's a martial artist apprentice, and his characteristics is that he can fight and resist, and there is Nuan who can treat them anytime. But before the snake could attack him, Kai jumped down and took the snakes down with a single strike. He got a message that he have killed 3 level 1 land snakes, and his current experience is now 10 of 100, because the rule on Devil's Star is that only the one who kills can get the experience of the prey, and because he is currently the only one with the ability to kill monsters, everyone decided to let him gain experience first. So they let him upgrade first, to enhance enough strength and ensure the safety of the team. After 1 day, Kai received a congratulation message from the system for reaching 100 of 100 experience and leveling up to level 2, triggering the double effect, and gaining double attributes points. He was happy for reaching level 2 after killing land snakes for a day. Nuan congratulated him on his leveling up. Yuan immediately asked which of his attributes changed after leveling up. Kai told them that he upgraded by adding 20 attributes points, and currently, he have 56 total attributes at level 2, which is not too bad. Yuan and Nuan were both in shock because of the number of attributes point he have. He had no idea how Kai was able to get 20 attribute point when he leveled up, because based on the normal standards, leveling up will only increase the 4 attributes of strength, physique, agility, and mental power, but normal people will get 10 attributes point when leveling. Nuan added, moreover, the total attributes of Kai level 2 are 56 points, which seems to be comparable to level 4. Nuan has a total attributes of only 12 points, while Yuan has a total attributes of 26. Kai told them that it's nothing big since it's just a profession feature, and his profession can double rewards such as upgrades, but the punishment may be doubled, so he told them to remember to keep it a secret for him. Although Nuan doesn't understand his profession, but she feel like the profession is very powerful. Even Yuan deemed his martial artist profession, which is ranked 5th, to be trash as compared to Kai's profession. Suddenly, the AI lady appeared again. She told Kai that players would gain a profession skill when they reach level 2, but by triggering the gambler profession talent, double, he will gain 2 profession. Kai was surprised. He then said to her, can the profession skill obtained by leveling to level 2 also be used? So do you mean that I now have 2 profession skills? She replied, yes. His first profession skill is Ghost Hand Flying Cards. The skill Ghost Hand Flying Cards grants him 20% penetration effect when throwing an item, and when throwing card type items except item cards. The penetration effect is increased by 200. But the mental power consumption is increased by 100%. The skill is also upgradable. His second profession skill is Ghost Eye Concentration. This skill increases his visual range and eye tracking ability by 50%, and the mental consumption during use is increased by 100%. The skill is also upgradable. The 2 skills are long-range skills, although he still don't know how to use it. But it seems that gambler is a remote output profession which is quite suitable for him. He then told his teammates that they can now farm monsters with higher experience points since he is now stronger. 2 days later, Professor Lee told Inspector Sue that 2 days have passed and he didn't expect that her sister is still alive. Even she didn't expect that the new team would be able to survive for so long. So she deemed Kai to be quite capable. Suddenly, someone rushed into the room. He told those in charge of the novice area that the novice trial is about to be in danger. A man then came in. He said to them, The superior have detected that the country L has sent stowaways to invade our novice area this time, and this is a rare large-scale invasion, so we must hurry up and prepare for the situation. The man is Wei Young. He is River Middle City District Supreme Commander. Inspector Su asked the commander if what he is saying about the massive stowaway is true. The commander replied, "Alas, it's true, or else I won't come here." She was really shocked at the news because stowaways are a group of people from country L who specialize in killing newcomers from other countries and hindering the development of other countries. Because the rules of the Devil's Star Novice Trial is that advanced players cannot enter the novice trial area to help newcomers, so newcomers can only pass the trial on their own. But Country L's exclusive profession stowaways are different. They can rely on the profession characteristics of stowaways to sneak into the novice areas of other countries, and other countries cannot counterattack. Moreover, stowaways will use cruel methods to torture and kill newcomers from other countries, giving them extremely horrific death experiences. Their purpose is to make the tortured newcomers fear logging into Devil's Star, thus greatly reducing the number of new players from other countries. Inspector Su was really pissed and angry because her sister's endurance is so bad. Since they couldn't do anything about it, the commander instructed them to prepare for psychological counseling for newcomers, and for this novice trial, he told them to be prepared for no survivors since a large-scale invasion of stowaways has already occurred. Some minutes later, while Kai and his party members were walking through the forest, Kai suddenly heard a noise that came from within the forest. He immediately decided to throw his rod at the location since he believed there is something there. Yuan had no idea what Kai was doing since they just walked past the place some minutes ago. Even Yuan thought the same, but Kai told them that he could see something further ahead of the place they just passed through. He then activated his ghost eye concentration skill, so he shot his rod at the location where he felt the movement. It wasn't a close-by target, but a long-distance one, and immediately as the rod hit the target, he decided to go check it out. Yuan thought Kai was crazy because obviously they can't see anything from such a distance. But to their surprise, when they arrived on scene, the spear killed a level 2 short-thorned wild boar, and his experience point increased up to 199 of 200. Yuan and Nuan were both surprised that Kai could kill a wild boar from such a distance. And it was a level 2 boar he killed in one shot. Kai humbly told them that it's nothing surprising. It's all thanks to his new skills. A message then appeared asking him if he want to collect the carcass of the short-horned wild boar, and the 19 pieces of short thorns. He was also informed that the thorns can be used as a weapon. Without thinking twice, he clicked the yes button. He said to himself that currently, the skill Ghost Hand, flying cards increases the damage of his thrown objects, and the ghost eye concentration is equivalent to the special effects of a telescope and slow motion, allowing his attacks to hit farther and more accurately. In other words, he can now snipe and kill low-level enemies from a long distance, without them being able to detect him. He then told his party members that they should go kill monsters elsewhere since he still need a little experience to level up to level 3. At the same time, inside the water beside them, some people were telling their captain that their team is so lucky because they didn't expect to run into prey just as soon as they arrived, so they immediately jumped out of the water and surround Kai and his party members. Kai immediately asked for their identity. One of them replied, "Don't be afraid, kids, we are not bad people. We just want to rip your chests open, hang you up, and bleed to dry, or I will skin you and attract a human-faced beast to slowly lick you to death." To Kai's surprise, another man came out of the water with a crow mask. The man is the captain of the second team. He told Kai and his party that their only goal of coming to the novice trial is to make all the newcomers of Shenjia to fail the test. With her face full of fear, Nuan told her party members that she know this people. They are stowaways who specialize in killing newcomers. Upon hearing that, Yuan and Kai were in shock, and as she checked their level with her watch, she detected that they are all above level 3, and the tallest of them all is level 5. This situation wasn't looking good at all for them, because initially they are outnumbered, and to make things worse, there is actually a level 5. Kai was really worried because his total attributes are at best against a level 4 explorer, and trying to take on a level 5 at his level is impossible, unless he take a little bit of risk. Immediately as the captain gave the signal for the hunt, Kai charged out, and he told Yuan and Nuan to form a team. They should split up and run away for the time being. The captain was laughing at how quickly they fly away when disaster strikes, so he wondered if the people of Shenjia are cowards. He then instructed 2 people to go and kill Kai, who escaped alone, while Yuan and Nuan would be left for the remaining troops to slowly torture. The 2 immediately obeyed, and they charged out to complete their mission. They are both level 3 explorers, and they were chasing Kai relentlessly, although they deemed Kai to be fast, but they were happy that they are about to catch up to him. But to their surprise, Kai vanished into thin air. They had no idea what just happened. They laughed. One of them then asked Kai if he wants to play hide and seek with them. The other guy added that he is so excited because when they find him, they will cut off his feet first. But suddenly, a rod appeared out of thin air. One of the guy thought Kai was still trying to resist by uselessly throwing a weapon since he could easily defend against attacks from newbies. But upon impact, he was unable to block the rod. He was hit hard and was sent flying. The other guy thought he was just acting up. But when the dust fades, he was surprised to see that his colleague had really died. He had no idea how it happened. Suddenly within the forest, Kai laughed, and he said, "One hit and you are dead. Is that how weak a stowaway is? You guys doesn't seem as strong as I thought you would be." The guy asked Kai if he is really a member of Shenjia, since it's impossible for him to kill his level 3 teammate if he is just a newbie. He then checked up Kai's data. He was shocked to see that a newcomer's attributes at level 2 are around 60 points, while his total attributes at level 3 are only 45 points. But before he could say anything further, Kai threw his thorns, and he took the guy down in one hit. Kai was happy at his success, although his total attributes are comparable to those of a level 4 explorer, but he never expected to kill a level 3 stowaway in a single hit. Earlier, he proposed to separate and escape just to attract a small number of stowaways, so that he could kill them because he is still a little short of experience before level 3, and according to what he learned on Earth, as long as he kill the explorer, he can pick up the killed person's watch. Suddenly, the AI lady appeared again. She told him that he can choose whether or not to loot a slain person's experience before their body disappear, and since he have killed 2 level 3 explorers, he can loot 100 experience points from them each, and they will lose double the experience as much as he loot. Kai was really excited at the information. He then asked her if killing explorers gives so much experience than killing monsters. She replied yes. And just like that, he decided to rob each of them of 100 experience points. After taking the experience for himself, he was successfully able to reach level 3. And he now have an experience point of 199 of 400. Also, his total attributes are 76 points, and level 5 stowaways is probably only around 60 points. He then picked up his thorns and the stowaway's watch, and he decided to go rescue his teammates, since he now has the strength to do so. At the same time within the forest, Yuan was severely beating up. Nuanua was already getting exhausted healing him. One of the stowaways said that he didn't expect to encounter 2 top Shenjia professions, 1 martial artist and 1 doctor as soon as he arrived. The other added that they need to torture such quality newbies to death. Nuan was crying, and she asked Yuan if Kai would really come back since he is being chased by 2 stowaways. Yuan replied that he will definitely come, although he always runs away when chasing girls, but if his friends or relatives are in danger, or no matter how desperate the situation is, he will definitely show up. Just immediately as they decided to end the foreplay and start peeling of their skins, Kai appeared out of the blue, and he immediately took down 2 of the stowaways. Yuan was happy since he believed that Kai would come back. The captain was in panic since his teammates are all being taken down one after another. He shouted in panic that the person should stop hiding and face him head on. He had no idea who was shooting since he can't see the person. He then wondered if Shenjia had given birth to a new profession that can enter the novice zone, and if that's the case, he decided to run away as fast as possible. but Kai refused to give him the chance to escape since he tortured his teammates. Yet he dared to leave. He then threw his rod with full force, and it pierced through the captain's chest, knocking him down immediately. Kai then asked Nuan how she's doing since all the stowaways had been dealt with. She was happy to see him, but the problem is that Yuan is heavily injured. Yuan told Kai that he knew he would come back, but this time he may not be able to follow him. He then told him to go on without him, and he fainted.